What's good? Humblebee's podcast. I think that's how it goes. I haven't done a podcast in a minute, but I think that's how it goes. What's good, Humble fam? Humblebees for podcast. I wasn't gonna do a video right now today, but I've been wanting to do a video, but my mind just haven't. I have a couple video ideas, but I just been lagging. I've been lagging like crazy, but I have a video idea. I don't have a video idea. Today was a question. I'm responding to a comment that somebody asked, and this person is their name is Dark Chocolate. I don't, but that's their username. Their username is Dark Chocolate, and basically what I'm gonna talk what the question that the comment that was asked for the what they wanted. So the today's topic is this. It's a comment that I'm gonna read to you guys, and I'm gonna do my best to respond to this comment with a video. And this video is gonna be short. So short, quick, simple, and sweet. Yeah. Boom. So it reads, would be more interested in hearing about your journey and finding God and what led to where you are now. They want, so basically they want to know how I got here, what made me want to have a relationship with God, and how I'm doing with it. That's a very good question. What led to it? First off, I'm African. I've always known God. I've always had God in my life, and that's just how it is back home. All the Africans in the village, your only hope is God. We know nothing else but God, and so I grew up going to church every day in the house. We used to go to church every single day, and then we would hold devotions at home. So on Sundays we would sometimes have a gathering at home on Sundays and praise God. And I just remember at a very young age that being like a whole ritual that we would do every single day. It's like a regimen we would do every Sunday. And my moms will always speak heavy on God and how we should give thanks and always remember to pray. So she was very heavy on that. And growing up, that's always been engraved in my head. I've always had, okay, there's a God. God is real. There's a God. 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 And then now as I got older, then we came to the States, and we used to go to church every single day, until quarantine happened. She used to force us to go to church. Well, not force us. She used to make us go to church. I wanted to go to church on my own, by myself, on my own, without somebody forcing me or telling me go to church. So as we got older, we said we used to go to church every day. We never missed a day. And then quarantine happened. After that, church got we cut down on going to church because we can't go to church anymore. We started going online, and we had no choice but to do online. And then that kind of pushed me away from wanting to go to church. But I've always known. Essentially, what I'm saying is I've always known God. My relationship with Him just recently got stronger. Like, it got stronger. I never really had a strong relationship with Him, but I've always had faith, and I've always had faith in God. I've always had faith. I've always knew like He's gonna come through. But I never read the Bible as much as I am reading it now. But during quarantine, that kind of pushed me away, because then instead of figuring out ways to, like, are we going to church, or do you want my money? Because now they're figuring out ways to get tithing or offering via PayPal, Cash App, Apple Pay, Zelle, Venmo. Why are we putting more emphasis on that than what's really what the state of the world and how we're doing mentally, where we at? And I need prayers. That's what I need. I don't have. How can I give you money if I'm not working? I can't get out the house. Yet your focus is on the money. So that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and it just kind of pushed me away, not from God, but from going to church. And I have a friend. I call him Mr. White Man, and he's always been in my corner. He's always told me, he has a Bible. He bought me a Bible and made me read it, and I lied to him. God forgive me. I told him I can't read it because the words are too small. The thing I like about him is I didn't piss him off. He went and got me a Bible with bigger words. He got me a Bible with bigger words. You feel me? So, I made a whole bunch of excuses. And then in August, I got in a relationship, August 24. And then this woman was heavy into God, like heavy. And then she kind of like would put the Bible in my lap, and then we would read. And I remember how much peace that would bring me. I was reading it. I remember my first time reading. I was reading about, I think I was in Revelation, and I was reading about purification. When you what happens to you, what happens to our body when we die, and like when God comes back, the resurrection, is that resurrection? No, on Judgment Day, how people will come back with it. People who have imperfections, people who have like scars or missing body, and this and the third, their body will come in its most purest form, and how beautiful that is. And I was like, wait, what? Really? Wow. And that just brought me so much peace. Like, I don't know, it just made me feel at peace. And I was just reading it, my mind was here, you know. But I never read it. After that, I would go like months, 3 months without reading it. But she would always want me to read. She'd always want to read it with me. But I would always find the ways to like bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave. So, um, yeah. And then as I got heavy I got heavy into, not super heavy, but I started reading. I guess the thing that she wanted me to go to church as well, but the reason why I would go to church with her from time to time, but the reason why I only went to church with her because she wanted me to go to church, not because I wanted to go to church. And I know me going to church would make her happy, and I did. When I went to church, I was like, I can do this for the rest of my life. I felt good. I felt at peace. And she would tell me like, I like the way you look when you're in church. You look so happy. You look so at peace. I've never seen you like that. It's like, oh really? You can see that too? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, in my head, I can do this. Like, this is calm. But what kind of like, yeah, it's what happened at home. My mother used to like just church, and that kind of pushed me off. I wanted to go to church on my own, and as of recent, I started going. I think 3 months ago or 4 months ago is when I started like going to church heavy every single day. Did not miss a day. I've missed a couple of since November. The month of November, I don't think I've went to church. Yeah, I think this month, no, in December. Yeah. From November 9, I just have not been. I just haven't went to church. But I've been at home doing Bible studies, reading, talking to people, having conversations and things of that nature. But I haven't been going to church like that. I will soon be starting to go to church. I would like to, but this is my thing about church. The amount of conversations that I've had with people about the Bible, I think it's, to me, I prefer that over a church, because you can't just go. It's Sundays that you can't just be holy on a Sunday. You can't just go. You can't just be holy on a Sunday. And you just, the people in church are, a lot of them are pretending. A lot of them are pretending. A lot of them are putting up a facade. And when I go to church, for me personally, I see people at church and I just admire them. I admire these people. I'm thinking they don't make no mistakes. That's on my part. That's a personal problem. You understand? Because they're human. Again, I'm putting this big burden on this person like they're God. No, they're human. So, but like I said, I went to men's group and I found out about pastors who cheated on their wife, pastors who watch porn, husbands who watch porn, and this, that, and the third, and they still are, their flesh is, they still giving into their flesh, and still dying, living in sin, bro. It just blew my mind, and I said, Lord, have mercy. I got crucified, but that's another story for another day. I got crucified, but that's cool. That's calm. I understand it's wrong. It was wrong. Like, it's wrong to be out here doing all of that with watching porn. It's very wrong. But after the kind of seeing the behind the scenes of the pastors and the people that are heavy into church, and knowing that they go to church and do this, that, and the third, but they're still struggling. They're just like me, but worse, because I don't go to church. I don't read the Bible, but these people go to church and read the Bible, and they know that this is wrong and it's not right, but they're doing it. Hold on. Which is what kind of holds me back, you know. But church is cool. I just now when I go with the mindset that I have is when I go to church, I'm just there to embody the energy. I'm not there for the people. The people is cool, you know. There's people that are there's cool. There's cool people. I just want to be there and just breathe, feel free, just relax, listen to the music, and then it is cool to go there and listen to the pastor interpret, talk about the Bible in a way that he understands it, in a way that it made sense to him, because you can read the same passage, and then you get a different, two people get two different meanings, two different interpretation of what it's saying, because the Bible can talk to you differently. You understand? So yeah, so I do Bible studies with my friends. So I have a group chat that I run. I barely own it. I've been slacking on the group chat, but when I send the Bible verses, if I'm reading a Bible verse and it don't make no sense, I'm gonna send it to a group chat, because there's somebody who knows more than me. So it's like, so basically we're just teaching each other, and building a community, and holding each other accountable, and just growing as a whole. So yeah, that's where. So to answer your question, how did I get into it? It's just, I got into it in August. I got out of a relationship, and either I go back to living of the world, or um look for God to help me, because God knows living of the world is only gonna put me deeper into the hole, and then basically I'm gonna miss out on a lot, because I would rather for 5 second gratification, 5 second satisfaction, or eternity. I said eternity. And there's two things that I struggle with: lust. I still struggle with lust and things of that nature. Lust was the biggest thing, but I'm getting better at it. And so yeah, it's easier, and then praying, and then how just praying and reading the Bible and doing this, that, and the third, and having conversation with different people, and just infusing all that together, and talking about what you guys learned, about what you guys think, or the questions that you may have, and things of that nature, and going deeper and deeper and deeper, and just opening up the Bible on a random page, and it's talking to you about what you just had talked about 2 days ago to somebody else. Like, Lord, and it just bring me. I'm just happy, bro. Like, when I'm sad, when I'm in my bag, bro, when I'm sad, bro, wallahi be like, bro, when I'm sad, bro, I open the Bible, bro. I pray now. I don't pray as much, but when I pray, bro, it feel good. And sometimes I write my prayers in my book. I got a prayer book right here, so I write my prayers in my book, and it just feels good. Like, I'm just happy. I'm not sure if I answered your question, but yeah. So I grew up in a religious household. My mother, she's taken us to church every single day. Came to the States, went to church every single day. Quarantine happened, stopped going to church, started doing it online. Online, it became iffy for me. Got pushed away because, boom, 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 boom. And then I had a whole drought. Didn't go to church for like 4 or 5. Then I met this woman. Boom, boom, very religious. Put a Bible in my lap. I read it. I fell in love. I was at peace. I just loved it. But it wasn't me that wanted to read the Bible, but I felt good every time I read it, But she would put it in my lap and then tell me, read this passage, and I would read it. And she would always want to do Bible study with me. She'd always want to read the Bible with me, but I wasn't there. I didn't understand the importance of doing that. Is what I'm saying. And I'm grateful for that, the fact that she helped me. So basically, where I'm at today is because of her. Yes, where I'm at right now with God, the relationship, is because of her. So yeah, no, I appreciate her and all that she has done for me, and saved me. She saved me from living for the world. She saved me from sinning heavy, bruv. Saved me heavy. So here I am today, and I am sitting here talking to you. I never thought I'd be here talking to you guys about God. But I would like to disclose that my podcast is not a religious podcast. It's a podcast where I talk about lifestyle, life experiences, and how to overcome it, or what I'm dealing with, what I'm going through, literally. And I answer questions like this. I know my mind is a bit everywhere, but bear with me. I am doing my best. Church, online churches pushed me away. Boom, boom, boom. 4 years go by. Met this woman, started going to church, loved it, but I would go from time to time, and then boom, 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 and then now I go every day. I haven't went in like almost a month, but like I said, I do Bible studies with a lot of people, with my friends, not every single day, but I do Bible study at least 3 or 4 times a week. Yeah. So I hope that answers your question. Thank you for asking the question. I really appreciate that. And like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see more. I don't know if I answered your question, but if I didn't, please comment down below, and I will comment. I would respond I will better articulate myself via the comments. Yeah. Boom. You don't know.